Hey, I've got a message for you folks, just in case it didn't sink in the first time. Who asked for the records to be sealed?
Kelsey German, Libby's sister, posted this. If you have a minute today, please sign this petition to keep the probable cause documents sealed.
Need to hear it one more time?
Kelsey German, Libby's sister, posted this. If you have a minute today, please sign this petition to keep the probable cause documents sealed.
How about once more for those up the back?
Kelsey German, Libby's sister, posted this. If you have a minute today, please sign this petition to keep the probable cause documents sealed.
Do you think the community all signed the petition? Wait, what petition? Here, let me show you once more.
Kelsey German, Libby's sister, posted this. If you have a minute today, please sign this petition to keep the probable cause documents sealed.
Yeah, that petition. Who do you suppose showed up for the public hearing? Did any of you? Did any of your favourite YouTube creators? Or do you think it was just this small population of Delphi residents, numbering around 3,000, who showed up to the public hearing, and who most likely were the ones who signed the petition? I'm going to hazard a guess that every single one of you who's demanding to have an opinion, none of you turned up for that hearing. And because none of you were there, none of you heard what arguments the family gave, who testified as to what, and whether or not it met the Indiana statutes. You're assuming that it doesn't because someone else said it couldn't possibly, but you weren't there. The person who's telling you that wasn't there. They didn't hear the arguments. By the time this hearing was held, a whole bunch of people on the internet had already started blaming the family. Each time these idiots got one tiny little piece of information that confirmed a bias, off they went on another round of blaming family members. And now we're years down the track and I still got idiots in my comments pointing fingers at the family members. And yes, today I'm going to turn the comments off because I'm not asking for your fucking opinions. I'm delivering a message. And in case you forgot what the message was, here it is one more time.
Kelsey German, Libby's sister, posted this. If you have a minute today, please sign this petition to keep the probable cause documents sealed.
Now, I'm not really a genius. If the family went to that court hearing and they told them that they were being pointed at by the public, and then the judge stood up and said, well, his family members are being doxed by the public, and then some other idiot stood up and said, the family doesn't get any rights. Only the defendant gets rights. Then you can guess who gave the strongest argument towards sealing the records, can't you? The entire world wants to be a looky-loo. Doesn't mean you're entitled to it. A little town of 3,000 people doesn't have the resources to take on the entire fucking world. It's basic maths, people. And that is why I've turned the comments off today. I don't want to hear it. I don't care what your opinion is. Don't pretend like I haven't given you the floor to air your opinions because I have, and I'm done. Those of you who decided to type something about Kelsey German into my chat or my comments, they blew it for the rest of you. I'm done. This is called cause and consequence. Your own actions blew it for everybody else. Just like the actions of all the YouTubers blew the records being open to the public for everybody else. I support the family's request to have the records sealed. Your opinion doesn't change anything. I still support the family's request to have the records sealed. Jumping up and down and yelling at me because I won't change my opinion to suit your opinion doesn't change anything. I still support the family's request to have the records sealed. Nobody, not you or your favourite law tuber or your favourite creator, none of them attended that hearing to listen to the reasons that were given. And if you didn't hear the reasons that were given, then you can't know whether they met the tests that state Idaho law has put forth. Who was it that opposed the sealing of the records? It was none of you folk with all your opinions. It was the mainstream media. Our favourite people who always tell the truth, right? I've always told you, and I stand by it today, that transparency is always balanced against the public interest, the victims and the nature of the case, and the defendant's rights. That's how it's been since time immemorial, and that's the way it's always going to be. This precarious balance has been discussed by legal scholars the world over. This is not the first case where a judge has decided the public interest and the defendant's interests are best served by sealing the records. Perhaps it's the first time you ever cared about it and then didn't show up to the hearing to express that you cared about it, but I did provide multitudes of examples where this has happened many times before and you didn't care about it. And I dare say it isn't going to be the last. That's just how the law works. If you want anarchy, like no law at all, because you don't like the lawmakers, then go somewhere else that's an anarchy channel. This is not an anarchy channel. This is my channel. This is where you hear my opinions. This is where I call the shots as I see them and explain to you how I saw them. And if you don't like the way my brain ticks, then you're free to create your own channel and speak your own opinions. You're free to go elsewhere and make comments with like-minded folks who think just like you. I ain't holding you hostage. My position is, in this instance, I support the family. And what was it that the family asked for? One more time for those up the back.
Kelsey German, Libby's sister, posted this. If you have a minute today, please sign this petition to keep the probable cause documents sealed.
The saddest part of this whole story is there is no corner of the internet where the family can go and interact with us, the public, where they're not overrun with opinions, unsupported, and in some cases outright blamed. This is my corner of the internet, and this is where I want them to feel welcomed. Period, full stop, end of story. Oh yeah, one more thing. The cops in Delphi didn't kill someone, okay? False comparison has nothing to do with the Karen Reid trial. Bye-bye.